Here, Mr. President.
Yeah, I'm not confident in change behavior. What the hell? What do you do all the time?
So
when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact.
But given his past behavior has not changed, and in that press conference after sitting down with you for several hours, he denied any involvement in cyber attacks. He downplayed human rights abuses. He even refused to say Alexei Navalny's name. So how does that account to a constructive meeting as President Putin?
If you don't understand that, you're in the wrong business.
Is the summit with China next?
Who we need to load? Who we need to load quickly? Let's go.
Somebody's having a little bit of a tough day. First, he had to deal with Vladimir Putin. Now he has to deal with the American media. I'll tell you, you notice that was a very interesting reaction. He was getting a little testy. He was getting a little bit annoyed. I get it. The end of the long day, right? And the reporter asks you some really obvious question, like how the heck can you really be confident that Vladimir Putin is going to follow through on his end of the bargain? And you don't like the question, and you get a little bit annoyed. That's what we saw, a flash of anger in Joe Biden. And can you just imagine? Can you imagine had the tables been turned and that was Donald Trump? I have a feeling, just a little hunch, that people aren't going to get that upset about this one. But you know, Joe Biden has a history of doing this. You can go back all the way to the 1980s when he was running for president in New Hampshire. And he took on a voter there, accused him of not being as smart as he was. Look, Joe Biden, you know, he has his good days and his bad ones. Clearly today, at least by the end of it, things weren't going so well. Joining me right now for more reaction to the Putin-Biden meeting, as well as a sense of what's going on right now in Israel, we have none other than Lisa Daftari. She is the editor-in-chief of the Foreign Desk. Lisa, welcome. Great to see you. Your reaction, not just to how he acted with the media, but overall to what we saw today.
You know, what was really interesting from the clip that you guys just played is that this is a press pool trained under the Trump presidency, and now it's coming back to bite the Biden presidency because they are not going to take the talking points, the flashcard points at face value. They are talking back to the president. They're pushing, they're pressing. They want real answers. You know, we saw a president who was extremely diplomatic, right? He came there and he said, rest assured, we spoke about all the important topics. I served up all the proverbial slaps on the wrist. I told him about the cyber attacks. I told him there will be consequences. I laid down the law, and he understands that his place will not be good in the world if he does not listen to the United States, which we all know is not true of Vladimir Putin. We all know this. This is the typical reset that every president tries with Vladimir Putin. And of course, President Biden being a president who has many, many years of experience in the realm of foreign policy, being quite diplomatic. I think this presidency is a little different because the experience that President Biden has is at a time where these talking points would go very well and be wonderful. You know, I went to a meeting with another world leader and we walked away with great deliverables and great outcomes, and we're on the same page. But in today's world, this is very different. You know, people want to know what actually happened, what's the bottom line, and tell us the truth.
Well, look, I think the reality is for 4 years, Lisa, reporters sometimes heard a little too much, right, from Donald Trump. He was very forthcoming with the truth, to the point where he even said, I think that this virus was leaked from the lab in Wuhan. And he wasn't supposed to divulge that, right, because that was a classified intelligence at the time. He was very, very forthcoming. So it's got to seem almost boring in a sense when you get the party line of Joe Biden.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me. Thanks.